Joining us now is Kenneth Starr. He's the former Solicitor General to the United States of America. Ken, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
I'll get to your book in a second, but I do need your commentary, I should say, on Preet Bharara and this brouhaha about him being fired. Is there a story here, or is it just political turmoil?
The latter. It is a story, but it happens in every administration, or virtually so.
Sure.
First of all, the U.S. Attorney serves, and nobody disputes this, at the pleasure of the President. So there is no right to remain in office. So we have elections. Elections have consequences, and that really is the beginning and the end of it. If there's a sense, well, this could be interfering with an investigation, my prediction is whatever investigations may be underway will continue.
But we don't know that, do we? It was just a suggestion from Congressman Cummings. He was fired because he was investigating the president. We absolutely know nothing about that whatsoever.
It's an allegation. You're absolutely right. We don't have facts.
Is Preet Bharara grandstanding politically, do you think?
Absolutely. Yeah. Any U.S. attorney knows that he or she can be fired, period, full stop. Most of the 46, I think, went quietly off into the night. They may not have liked it, but that's just the way our system is.
It's amazing that you get this political turmoil throughout the entire weekend and stretching on into today for what you describe essentially as a non-story. That's astonishing to me.
It effectively is not a story in terms of our government. It's a story in terms of politics.
Okay, now I want to get to the book because you're the former president of Baylor University. You left amid a sex assault scandal involving the football team. You wrote about your experience in your new book, and the new book is titled Bear Country, The Baylor Story. You were there throughout this Baylor story. What's your conclusion about the state of universities in America, bearing in mind the scandal that you lived through?
Well, it's a mixed state. First of all, American higher education, I believe, is highly responsible for the culture of freedom that we have in this country. But we see in various ways it's under assault. We saw it recently at Middlebury. This is absolutely unacceptable to have college students shouting down, threatening, and otherwise interfering with freedom of speech. A university is a conversation. In my 6 years, I became even more convinced that that is the university at its best. It's a place where there should be robust conversation and students to be challenged. My second point is the relationship between faculty and student is precious and needs to be preserved. So higher education needs to do everything that it can to sanction that relationship, to foster that relationship, and that means online learning has its place, but it's no substitute for that basic relationship.
To be specific, there's a lot of criticism which says the Baylor football program should have been closed down because of what was going on in it for so many years. Your comment, sir?
I have a totally different perspective. The football team was a very fine group of young men. There were one or two or three issues. Those issues have been, I believe, fully addressed. I believe the university continues to be a safe place. It has always been a safe place. And we always had an open door if there were an issue with respect to student safety. We focused hard on student safety. So I have a very different perspective. I believe in our football coach, the former football coach. So I think, frankly, that once we know all the facts, I've called for transparency. Let's have all the facts. We've been dealing with allegations. Let's have all the facts out.
Kenneth Starr, thanks for joining us this morning. We appreciate it. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.